Hi, welcome to the channel. Today we've got a watch brand I've never reviewed before. This is called an Obris Morgan. This model particularly is called a SeaStar. Basically, the company is based out in Hong Kong and they do a few watches, not many, but this one is the one which really got my attention. It's come to me by way of my friend over at Watch Obsession on Instagram, Steve. I'll leave a link to his Instagram page below. And I say this, I've had it for a bit now and I don't want to give it back. It's a really nice, handsome looking diver. It's a 40.5mm case. It's 12.5 in thickness, though you can actually, it's only 12.5 because it has a double domed sapphire. You can order it with a flat sapphire, so it brings it down a tiny bit, and the lug width is 50. Now the case design is very similar to a Seiko 62 Mass, and there's nothing wrong in that at all. I think that's a classic looking diver's watch. This, I just love the dial. I love all, well, possibly a bit biased, I do like this watch. As you can see here, the close-up of the dial is actually a two-tone dial. It's like a blue on the outer side and then it's jet black in the middle, but from certain angles it's just black, but it does reflect a lot. I love that high gloss dial. I love the fact that you can see the shadow of the hands as they travel around there. I've got a real liking for this watch. I like that you've got the orange accents around the hour markers, and that's tied to obviously the orange minute hand. Both hands are full of luminous material, albeit it's not the best lasting lume. That's one thing I would have to be a little bit critical of. The date window and the fact that it's got a black background on that date window is a nice touch. I say we are looking for a sapphire crystal with AR coating, I believe, and the bezel insert is all sapphire, ceramic. Now, when it comes to the, and I should point out, it's also loomed. Now, if I go to turn the bezel to get the action, got a nice sound to it, and the action has a little bit of back play. One thing I would be little bit negative. It is very stiff. Could possibly loosen it up, but it is very stiff. But more importantly, it actually lines up. It's a little bit clean. Being that it is actually a ceramic bezel, it does pick up a lot of finger marks. And I just love the way the light plays off that sapphire crystal into the ceramic. I think it looks incredibly, I think it looks like an expensive diver. I would quite happily put this up against any of the Seiko 62 Mass reissue range at £1,000. But that's where this watch really is good. It only costs $350. Now that equates to around about £265 or so at the time of recording. Now, as you can tell, that second hand is gliding around nicely because the movement in this is a Miyota 9015, which has got a power reserve of 42 hours, but most importantly, it's a 4 Hertz movement. What that means is you're getting 8 ticks per second. So it glides around like a Rolex does. Now, a lot of the Seikos and a lot of the cheaper movements are 3 Hertz. So you get 6 beats per second and you get a little bit more stuttering, I find. So this one does glide around really quite nicely. Okay, let's have a look at the case again. Now, as you can see, the finish on the case here, we have radial brushing on the top face, and then we have brushing going along the length across the sides. We have drilled lugs, which is always a bonus for changing. Now, this is where it gets a bit more interesting. On this side, obviously, we have our crown at 3 o'clock, which is a screw down crown, because after all, this is a 200 meter proper diver. So screw down crown, you have hacking and hand winding. It all feels very smooth, winds back in quite nicely. Obviously this is all signed as well, which is also good. And then here we have a helium release valve. Now, realistically, you're never going to use this. Well, I don't know, there might be people out there, but you can undo it and it won't come off. It just spins. But if you are a saturation diver or you're going to tanks, then this would be useful. So yeah, there we go, that screws in. But again, this is all signed, which is, again, it's just attention to detail I like. On the back, we just have the logo. Can't really get, there you go. So again, looks like it's been bead blasted in the center. Now, underneath there, the movement is actually encased. So it is an anti-magnetic movement. So they've really gone to town. That's something they didn't have to do, but they have done it. And it's something you can't see, which is, again, I do like these little touches. The end links on this watch tie in beautifully with the case. So they work really well. The finish around there looks great. There's a tiny, tiny bit of play, but nothing too excessive. Now the bracelet is a standard 3-link oyster style bracelet. It is screwed as well, which is also very good. And we have a machine clasp, and it folds over quite sturdily. Let's see that again. So it's nice and solid. We do have 4 levels of micro adjustment, 2 pushers to release, and so that's all good. Now, let me put this on my wrist so you got an idea how it looks. I'm wearing a Panerai 177 at the moment. Let's just put this on. And there you go. So my wrist size is a fraction over 7 inches. And I think it looks, I say I don't want to give this watch back. I can see myself ordering one of these for sure. I just think I love the way, because it's got that ceramic bezel and the sapphire crystal and that real gloss dial, it all kind of, yeah, it all becomes one surface going across. There's no break in it really. I really like it. What do you guys think? Would you get one of these? I personally, yeah, I think I'm actually going to order one. I really do like this watch. It's something a little bit different. It's almost like it's been just well engineered. There's like non-nonsense, the approach of machining of the case down to this real nice machining around the bezel. It just looks great. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below, and I'll see you at the next video. Stay safe. Bye.